92.3 K-Rock, the station.
What do they do?
What they do is they buy up the overage. You know, a lot of times designers, showrooms, they make too many clothing for their orders.
Too much clothing for their
department
order.
Stores.
That's right.
So Rothman buys all those things up, and they can discount them, but
Yep.
they cannot announce the names of the designers or the prices.
And all of
because
it
they're
is
in a deal.
And all of it is this year's clothing.
That's what I said.
Right. So if you know clothing, go to Rothman's and see their incredible selection of American and European suits and accessories. Yes, visit Rothman at 200 Park Avenue South, 17th Street on Union Square, or call the owner, Ken Giddin. He's a great guy. Great guy.
You can call Ken, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Directly. Call him 212-777-7400. 212-777-7400 for more information. That's Rothman's. I missed it last night. Gary told me that on TV last night they interviewed Richard Pryor.
Really?
Yeah, and like now he's missing a tooth, so he looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Where was he interviewed?
I don't know. I think it was, what's her name? The woman who got off the Today Show.
Oh, Jane Pauley?
Jane Pauley.
On that Dateline, huh?
Gary said, looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, dear.
Right?
It was really sad. It was sad. And he also admitted that he's been drinking again.
Yeah.
And that was really tough.
I don't know. Why don't I feel sad for him? I don't feel sad because I feel like he knew exactly what he was doing.
Well, it's just sad because you watch those clips of him from like 15, 20 years ago. Right. They show those sound bites from like 20 years ago.
Right.
Sound bites?
Don't use the word clips. You can't say it.
I can say it fine.
Gets you in trouble.
I said it my whole
I
life.
got the clips.
I said it for 27 years and no one brought it up.
Excuse me, boss. I got the clips right here. Well, anyway.
Well, they would show those pieces of him from his movie.
And Richard Pryor's act is like completely different now. You know he told the parrot joke that Jackie just did?
No.
Yeah. I say eclipse.
Clips.
No, eclipse.
Eclipse.
What?
Eclipse.
You can't do it. Eclipse.
I did that. Eclipse.
It sounds the eclipse.
Eclipse.
Shut up, Robin.
All right, never mind you. I've got to get right to this tape. Yesterday we were on the air. The controversy continued. We were talking to Malika Kinnison, who Sam Kinison, of course, married 4 days before his death.
4 or 5 days, yeah.
And we were talking to her. She was complaining about this tribute that they threw for Sam Kinison. She said, look, I don't feel I was treated right by Bill, who was Sam's brother. So the two of them started arguing back and forth.
Yeah, we got Bill on the phone.
But at least we got the whole story, and I think now everything's all straightened out, don't you?
I hope so.
I'll just do a little recap of what went on yesterday, very late in the program.
Don't we bring peace everywhere?
Yeah, aren't we great humanitarians, me and Robin? Why we solved that problem?
Yes, people, you have to air out your problems.
You really do.
And then come together.
And do it mostly on this show, because...
Really, people who have disputes should call us.
Well, Sam Kinison always believed in airing all of his disputes on the radio. He always did.
Over and over and over again.
So, he's obviously
His
still with us.
His legacy continues.
What's eerie about that phone call is how much Bill sounds like Sam.
I know.
I mean, it's like listening to Sam. Yeah, it really is spooky, isn't it?
It's like a dead ringer.
Yep. Boy.
You certainly are gassy today.
I ate a lot of apples. I'm eating them, so for my cold. It makes my throat feel good. You should see I'm running into the bathroom every minute. I'm throwing up. I'm burping. It's wonderful. All right, let me take a break. Then I'll get to the rest of those phone calls. We have a bunch of stuff to do today, and we're trying to get to all of it. I've gotten to none of it so far. We'll be back right after these words. Always in a swarm of controversy.
Big celebrity, swarm of controversy. Who could it be?
Well, it's Jerry Seinfeld.
What controversy is he in?
Well, the Jay Leno controversy.
I thought they had made up.
Well, he was on the Jay Leno show last night, but there was definitely a rift.
There was, but now
yes.
it's over.
I don't know that it's over. I don't know what's going on. That's why I'm going to put on the phone Jerry Seinfeld, the star of the hit TV show Seinfeld. Who are you up against this?
Hi, kids.
Hey, man. What do you want, a speakerphone?
No, I'm on regular phone.
Oh, okay, that sounds better.
Hardwire.
Who's in your bed with you this morning?
Flying solo.
Really?
Really?
We talked to this one girl that dated you, because Jerry goes on a lot of dates. We've brought this up before, and I'm not going to dwell on it, but...
Didn't you see that article a few weeks ago that Jerry says every woman wants him for his money? He can't find a real good woman?
Yeah, Jerry can't find a real good woman. Well, of course not.
That was in the National Star.
First of all, Jerry...
It was a great headline. Too much money, not enough love. I read that and I thought, just like I planned it.
Well, hey, listen, let me tell you something. Jerry is the kind of guy who only dates supermodels and models occasionally.
Right.
Or very, very... He dates basically women that he could never get before he became famous. So how can you find a woman that's going to love you and marry you if you're dating women who are out of your league? But I say, hey, who
Take
wants...
him.
Yeah, take him,
Marry him.
bang him,
Right,
and you don't have to marry him. You just bang him, and that's what Jerry
But
does.
if he wants to get married, marry one of them.
I'll give you a list of some of the girls Jerry's had on dates, just so, you know, there's new people listening. Cleveland, Dallas, Jerry.
Just to give him a little bit of your resume, Jerry.
Yeah, let me
so
get-
we know
We
who
need
you
to
are.
expand my reputation.
Yeah. Tawny Katane, the girl in the Whitesnake videos, is a Jerry conquest.
Now, what happened there? She's pregnant by someone else.
That's right. I missed.
Did you wear rubber? Well, we don't even know. Did you have sex with her?
Well, we only went out a couple times, actually.
How
But
many
you-
times does it take for Jerry to...
Once.
Impregnate?
Impregnate. Jerry, you've never gotten anyone pregnant, have you?
No.
You're very careful, right?
Yes, very careful. I was wearing rubbers when rubbers weren't cool.
Can you picture Jerry, like, you know, getting his rubbers out? You know, it's like he's in bed and he's Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, you know I'm Jerry Seinfeld. I have to wear a rubber.
I'm going to have to put on a rubber now, my dear, because I cannot afford to have you get pregnant and have my name smeared around.
I'm doing this for the both of us.
So I'm going to
I
unravel.
whistle while I'm doing it.
I'm going to unravel this piece
So
of...
happy, Howard.
Yes.
I'm whistling.
And then he says to the girl, you know, but it does turn me on when you put the rubber on for me. Is it true that you used to date Jenny Jones?
No.
And isn't it true that
That
at
you
one time
molested her.
that you molested her and that you jumped on top of her and put your penis near her face?
Where'd you get that?
I'm reading it in the paper today, the New York
Yeah.
Post.
Did
Says,
she ever open for you?
Jenny Jones says, one day she was, and she will not give the name of the comic, she was working at a hotel. She picked up the comic at his hotel, and he greeted her wearing nothing but a towel. He threw me on the bed, sat on my chest, and took off his towel and stuck his penis in my face, Jones said.
I remember that guy. He had no finish. He had no closing bit.
You know who my suspect is? Robert Wall.
No.
You don't
I
think it was him?
so.
No? All right. The attack ended there, leaving her confused and naively trying to pass it off as the same sort of stupid prank for which the comic is well known. She even worked with him again.
Now, however.
Now she sees it as harassment and the comic as a pig who knows who he is, and if he sees this, I hope he rots in hell. But meanwhile, she won't give his name.
Now she sees it as harassment.
Right. Then she didn't.
How much thinking does that take?
Yeah. I mean, a guy held her down, pinned her down with his penis in her face.
Yeah.
How many times are people
7
going to say,
years
well, I
later.
was stupid and naive then.
Yeah.
I didn't know I should be offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm smart. I used to be an idiot, but now I'm
I
smart.
thought he was trying to be funny.
Right.
I thought it was a joke.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
You just did.
Why do they call it a TV season? Who are these people who call it a TV season? It's not a season.
You know what I've been
it's not a
thinking about?
garlic or a pepper or a salt.
May I,
Who are these people?
and you know, I've been doing some thinking about the
How's my impression?
wonderful array of sponsors that you carry on your show.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting aggregate of needs that you service.
Right.
First of all, it seems like it's, and by the vast majority, I don't know what it's like in New York, but in L.A., it's all deadbeat insurance companies. People with no life, no money, no semblance of any kind of
Now, wait a
normalcy.
second. I resent this.
Are you
first
saying
of-
that's a reflection of our audience?
Yeah, I mean, what are you saying exactly? I mean, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a list of all the
And then other one, you have
Seinfeld.
the phone, what's that? Cellular activators.
Now, what's wrong with
now,
that?
Wait a second. Speaking of who are these people,
Yeah.
this is for people who have car phones and they're not on?
Right.
This is a big need?
No,
why
no.
these people that buy, they're just these posers and phonies and
Who
that
are
buy
these
car
people?
phones
Who are the
and they
people?
can't afford to turn them on. So there's a company that just turns on the phone. It's like $11 to turn
Oh,
on the
come on.
phone.
Don't be naive.
And they spent $1,000 to get it on?
You know what that is. That's if you have a car phone, and obviously it costs money to turn it on. If you want to turn it on in an inexpensive way, they can do it for you. They're being
Who
silly.
gets the car phone and the guy says,
And
but
can't
it's
afford
off?
to turn it on.
Yeah, here's your car phone, but it's off.
Who are these
You'll have
people?
to find a company that can turn it on. We
Look,
don't
he's-
know who could do that.
He's doing stand-up. Look at him.
He's doing his whole act on our show.
May I ask you a question?
And then, so these people have no money. They have drunk driving convictions, judgments assessed them, but somehow they need a $900 label printer to put on a little plastic box so it says screws. So they
Why?
can remember how they're getting screws. crude. I mean, it's
Look, he's putting down my sponsors. Can you imagine?
Now, here's
He's
my
on the
favorite
attack
one.
because he wants you to stop doing him.
Why do they call it?
Wait a second, Howard.
All right, now you've done stand-up. Now you've done stand-up. Let me do
Come on,
mine.
you got a good guess. Just shut up for a second.
I can't take it when you do...
Contractors Exam Publishing.
Yeah.
Let's examine
What is that?
this title.
We don't even know who advertises on our show.
Exam Publishing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't an exam something that shouldn't be published? I mean, we guarantee you pass. This is what it says in the commercial. We guarantee you pass. The name of the company is Exam Publishing.
Right.
How legitimate is this? This is like, why don't they just call it contractor cheating service? That's
Hey,
what it is.
you never needed any help in college?
It's like illegal hammering.
Why do
what
they
you're
call
offering.
it? Why do they call your show a sitcom? You very rarely sit. It should be called a stand-com.
All right, Jackie,
Why?
that's enough.
Why is it
Jackie,
called?
That
take a
one
break.
stunk.
Why is it called a monologue? Mono means one log. Are you telling people you have one log, or do you have many logs? Oh, like your cellular activator wrap is better.
Log, right.
It was.
Yeah, now he's not going to laugh.
I don't get it.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried?
Phones and they're pressing the buttons and it doesn't work.
Have you ever
And
started?
this is a huge service. This guy has to advertise every day.
He won't let me do my impression of him. Have you ever started to go through a
Get your
traffic light,
phone
but only the
turned
turn
on.
left arrow turned green? I can see this is going nowhere. Have you ever taken a dump at a friend's house and found no toilet paper? Have you ever done this? And you have to wipe with the rug?
Let's get back to the
geez.
It's happened to all of us. It's so amazing. We have to wipe with the rug. Who are these people? So what happened? You went on the Jay Leno show last night?
Yeah.
All right, now let's get down to it.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to be honest for once.
Yeah, like I need to be honest with you to get publicity.
Boy, you're feisty. Look,
I am your best interview.
Jerry. Oh,
Well,
please.
that's big of you to say.
Yeah, listen to him. I am your
Very
best
humble.
interview. You know, Dr. Ruther does a
Me
great
and
interview.
Kielbasa Woman are the two best guests you've ever had.
Kielbasa woman. Well, listen to me.
Yeah.
Jay Leno and you had a falling out. True?
No.
True?
No, not true.
I think
You
there
ha-
was a little bit of yes in that no.
Yeah, there was a yes in that no.
We've had conversations where
Jay
we
Leno-
discussed things.
Jay Leno has been a close friend of yours.
Yeah.
I want to set you straight on something, okay?
You think he's wrong?
Yes. Jay Leno has been a friend of Jerry Seinfeld's for a very long time. And when I say friend, I mean Jerry deludes himself. He thinks it's his best friend. It's not. They're show business friends.
Even though they come over to each other's homes.
They go over to each other's homes,
hang out
but they do
and
show
have dinner together.
No, they do show business related topics.
Yeah.
You know, they don't sit there and talk about guy stuff.
He doesn't get into his inner feelings.
No, they talk about the business. Jay and Jerry go over to Jay's house, and it's a very show business thing, and it's a highly publicized ritual. So it's definitely a show business union there, but yet
Okay.
Jerry and Jay have been very good friends.
How come everyone is confused except Jay Leno as to what his relationship is?
Well, anyway, listen to me carefully. So Jerry is doing his TV show, and Jerry decides he's going to do a TV show, his sitcom, about being on The Tonight Show.
Yes.
He's going to go backstage of The Tonight Show. Good idea, right?
So far, you're good.
Okay, it's a good idea. Not a bad idea, a good idea, a great idea.
It was really just an excuse to go out to L.A. to find Kramer.
It was a funny idea. So Jerry, so Jerry writes a script about being backstage at The Tonight Show,
Very true.
and he calls up Jay, or he calls up The Tonight Show. Which was it, The Tonight Show or Jay directly?
I called Jay.
Okay, he calls Jay and he goes, "Hello, Jay. This is Jerry. I wrote a script about being on The Tonight Show." And Jay goes, "Yeah, hey, great. That's good. That's funny. That's funny stuff." Jerry goes, "What I want to do is, during my TV show, actually come on and be on with you and use your set and use your theme song and use everything." So Jay right away hears this.
It's like watching the Muppets.
Jay, tell me how right I am. Jay hears this, and of course he's hamina. He don't know what to say to Jerry. He says, "Yeah, that sounds good. That's good. We'll probably do something like that. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let me just throw it by Helen and the other people at The Tonight Show. I'm sure it'll be fine." Am I correct?
No.
What did Jay
You're
say to
already
you?
off.
What did Jay say to you when we asked?
He didn't know if he could do it,
Right.
and it turned out he wasn't able to do it.
All right.
And that was the end of it.
So, Jay, of course, didn't want to do it because, quite frankly, Jay is in a whole different stratosphere right now. So Jerry's sitting there and going, look at this, some good friend. Now, you got to understand something. Just because you're good friends with somebody doesn't mean you can abuse the privilege. You let the guy off the hook and you don't hold it against him.
Yeah, asked him to do something, he said no.
Jerry was mad.
I did the show.
Jerry is mad at Jay and thinks that there's a lesser friendship there now because he was not allowed to use.
He's hurting some way.
Yeah, he's hurting some way.
No.
But it's not fair of you.
Are you?
No,
when was the last time you were over at Jay's house?
Yeah. When's the last time you went to Jay's house?
About a week ago.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, we had no problem.
What happened then? There was a problem.
No, we talked about it. It was fine.
But there was a problem. You were pissed.
We talk like every 3 days, no matter what.
You were pissed. Admit it.
No.
Why don't you tell the truth?
No, I wasn't.
You were.
No, we dealt with it. It was one of those little
Well,
things.
if you dealt with it, there was something wrong.
Well, I wanted him to do the show, and he couldn't do it, and I wanted him to do it, and then...
And you felt, hey, he should do
yeah.
it. You felt he should do it because he's been a friend.
I thought it would be fun.
Yeah, but you see, to him it wouldn't have been fun.
So, fine. So we didn't do it.
Yeah, but you're upset about it. Deep
No,
down
I was
inside,
fine.
you are upset about it.
No, I'm not.
You were hurt.
No, it was just, one of those things that you say, hey, let's go to the movies. And
You
then
had
your
your
friend
heart
calls and
set
says,
on
I
it.
can't go. And you go, oh, gee, too bad. That would have been fun.
Well, somehow I don't know
and he
that...
goes, yeah, it would have been fun. And then you don't do it.
He's being casual now, but trust
right.
me.
He was hurt.
It's the same thing. Robert Wall came on the show. You know who Robert Wall is?
Of course I know Bob Wall.
All right. You know Bob Wall?
Is he a friend of yours?
Is he a friend of yours?
Yeah, I know him.
All right. You know him. That's how Jay knows him. He goes, yeah, I know him. I know him from the comedy circuit. Robert Wall called the Tonight Show and said, listen, I'd like to come on and promote a movie. Robert Wall came in and told me this story. He was mad at Jay. He came in, he was furious.
Yeah.
He's still mad at Jay.
He's still mad at Jay. I should play. Did you hear him when he was on?
No.
You didn't hear Robert Wall? I should
No,
play
I was
that.
getting my phone my car phone reconnected.
So listen to me. Heard you just bought a $3 million mansion. True?
Get
True or
your car
false?
phone turned on. Get your car started while you're there.
Did you just buy a $3 million mansion?
Yes, I did.
You were embarrassed to say it, weren't you?
Well, it is kind of embarrassing, don't you think?
Yeah.
This is the house he can't find a woman to put in.
Yeah, right. That's the big house. Have you brought any women there yet? But how many?
No, I'm not living there yet.
I mean, it was easy enough to get women to spread their legs before. Now
Right,
he
now you're
brings
going
in.
to bring him to this palatial home.
Oh, look at this house. It's so big for just one comic.
I'm going to get my phone turned off.
I don't know what to do in this house.
Cellular
Oh.
deactivators.
Who you
That's
dating
Where
right
are you
now?
going to put the bed in that house? Right in the foyer?
Yeah, so they trip over it? Who are you dating right now? Who is your new girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Who is your latest conquest?
Don't have one.
Are you like a conquistador as you go through all of the women?
I'm
Hilly
wearing
Jean?
a metal hat that curves up in the front.
How many women you figure you banged in your life?
In my life,
Yes. What's the tally up to?
let me get out my my label maker here.
Anyway, listen to
Got
me.
it on the wall.
So Robert Wall comes on this show, and he's upset because he called up the Tonight Show and said, I need to be booked on. I want to promote my new movie. So they said, we don't think so. So then you know what he does? He calls Jay at home.
See, now that's not right.
See, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
And Robert doesn't understand that. He goes, hey, I want to call the guy. You don't call somebody at home.
No, that's.
Well, he
taking
did say he
advantage.
discussed it with somebody. Somebody put him up to it.
Yeah, Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal.
Billy's
Mr.
sitting
Wonderful.
back laughing. Yeah, go ahead and call him.
Let's play word association. Jay Leno.
My pal,
Helen Kushnick.
his manager,
Tony Katane.
my friend. Cellular activators,
Cellular Activators.
a useful service.
Tawny's Breasts.
Tony's
Perfect.
breath.
Tony's Breasts.
Ratings,
Ratings.
big ratings.
You son of a bitch, you're having the life I should be having.
You're not kidding. I want you to repeat after me. In fact, I am so jealous.
I am
right,
so jealous
of Jerry Seinfeld's life.
of Jerry Seinfeld's life.
I wish I was him.
I wish I was him.
My life stinks.
My life stinks. I have no problem with that.
That was very cool, Howard.
I'd like to come back as your penis in my next life. Jerry Seinfeld's new television. Well, it's not so new anymore.
Well, actually, it is. Oh, well, no, it's not a new series, but tonight is the beginning of the new season.
Tonight is the season premiere of the Jerry Seinfeld show. We all know how funny it is.
Well, they put Home Improvements up against you.
Yeah, they did.
Smells like certain death. Anyway, it'll be. Why do they do that? Why do they do that to a guy like
Because
Jerry?
we were in danger of dominating the night, so they had to, put up some heavy weight against us. which I was flattered. I thought, wow, we must be doing some damage.
In other words, your time slot hasn't changed. They're taking Tim Allen's show and changing it.
Right.
Well, I tell you, I saw that Tim Allen on the Emmys. Geez, what a jerk. Would you agree?
He's a really nice guy, actually, but, we all have a tough set now and then.
I see. But
then that means that was one of those comedian performances that he and Jay got together and laughed about.
Did you and Jay get together and laugh at Tim Allen?
No.
Say it, he sucked.
That's a hard gig.
Why do you say he sucked?
Really
he said every
gig.
one of us has a tough set every once in a while.
So would you say that he sucked that night?
It was a tough set. We all have
You won't say anything bad.
We call it a tough set,
Are you afraid God will punish you if you say something bad about someone and take away all those
it's
women?
like a baseball game. You can come off. You could say, well, I won 4-3.
Have you had sex this week with a woman?
I'm thinking. No, I don't think so.
No.
I've been very busy this week.
Did you have sex last week?
I don't remember. Probably. Maybe.
You had sex last week. Imagine he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
He remembers.
He knows.
In high school, you probably never got laid. Am I correct?
Never.
When did you lose your virginity?
20 years old.
Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
You were 20. I was doing better than you.
Are you kidding?
20 years old, and now he's taking his anger out on all of the women.
Yeah, I'm
No
almost
wonder.
even, in fact.
20 years old, he didn't get laid.
Yeah.
And now he can't. Now he can't stop getting laid.
Now
Now
I
he can't even
can't
remember when
stop.
he got laid.
Now I can't walk.
Unbelievable what's gone on in your life. Jerry Seinfeld will never marry.
No, or late in life, very late in life.
Because
and he's
all of
decrepit
you-
and needs to be taken care of.
All of you dopey broads keep spreading your legs for him, thinking that he's going to marry you.
He'll be like Groucho,
Yeah.
being dragged around by someone.
Anyway, if you want to see a funny show, you watch Seinfeld tonight. It's the season premiere.
It's a 1-hour special episode.
Really?
Yeah, this is the episode where we go to NBC and pitch them the idea of the show.
I see. In other words, it's Jerry pitching a new concept for a show to NBC.
Yeah.
Right. There he is, the very unmarriable.
Yes. By the way, I thought you were very funny on the Emmy Award.
Thank you, Robin.
He still won't marry you, Robin.
Oh, well. I had to make that attempt.
Remember,
But I will let you activate my phone.
remember my rule of thumb. Jerry is married to Jerry. And Jerry's in love with
and
Jerry.
it's a fine couple, and they'll never break up.
That's right. Did you see me on the MTV Awards?
Let's discuss that. Let's talk about the cataclysm of Stern's career.
Thank you.
Howard, really, the fart man thing. Can I talk with you? I don't even want to be funny about this. Don't do this. You're blowing the whole gig, man.
Oh, with me? Oh, what gig am I blowing?
Your whole radio gig. You're going beyond yourself. A good performer always knows his limits.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. You know what? Now you're talking like an idiot.
No, come on.
You have no idea what I'm
nobody's gonna
about.
Go, honey, there's a 940 fart man we can make. This is not going to happen.
You don't
You're
think...
going to be saying that,
I can
Jerry.
make an 8 fart man, but
I'm
I
going to
can't
tell you
go to a
something. I'm going to tell you
940
something,
fart
Jerry.
man.
Not only will Fart Man be the biggest movie of the year, not only will Fart Man be the biggest movie of the year, but you will eat your words, my friend. Like so many of my critics who said my TV shows sucked and I could never make it on TV.
That was another great thing, how the TV show failed because of weak production values.
No, it didn't fail.
Like lesbian dating is funnier with good lighting.
No, that's not why the TV show failed. The TV show failed because I left it.
Like Underdog Woman is really funny when you have
you know what?
the
You know what?
proper
You know what?
film.
I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. You know what, Jerry? Go do your dopey show. Go ahead. And you know what? I'm going to confess something. I've never even seen your show.
A little
what do you
of
think
your
of
own
that?
medicine.
Yeah, good for you. Hey, let me tell you something. We'll see who has the last laugh.
All right. Well,
All right.
I just don't want to see you blow. 'Cause I think
All
you're a
right,
very funny guy.
and you go suck
And you're the only
NBC's ass.
talented guy
You
on
go.
radio.
You worry about us, Jerry.
You don't worry about us. Let me tell you something, Jerry. You go suck NBC ass, and you go suck Jay Leno ass. I don't have to. I don't have to suck any ass.
Don't worry about us.
No,
We
you
don't
got
worry
your own.
about you.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We'll see who
right.
finishes out ahead in the end.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about my career, pal. Have a nice phony time with Jay tonight at his house. Sitting there kissing his ass. He wouldn't even let you be on his show. Huh? Now let's talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Jay, can I be on the show? Can I use your show? Can I use your set for my TV show?
You know, I hate it when things turn ugly like this.
Jerry, gee, I don't know. Oh, Jesus, I got Jerry Seinfeld on the phone. Wants to use a set. How do I tell him no? Such a pain in the ass. He thinks he's my friend.
Come on. Who are you
I'm
kidding?
just telling you,
All I know is that I talked to a woman the other day. She told me her 24-year-old son was watching the MTV Awards.
Yeah.
He was laughing so hard at the entrance of Fart Man, he was paralyzed.
Oh, no, Jerry's much funnier than... Jerry still thinks he's funnier than I am. Let me tell you something, Jerry. When it goes down and they evaluate both our careers...
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this. As much thought as you put into your stand-up and your TV show...
Yeah.
Who will get the bigger place in history?
I guarantee you... I am a funnier guy than you. And no one can stand that I am a funnier guy than them. Jerry knows that I am funnier than him.
Well, it's one of those things.
When you
Jerry's
go on
the funniest guest we ever had.
When Jerry goes on the MTV Awards, nobody remembers Jerry was on. Do you remember Jerry on the MTV Awards?
He was on there?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
You didn't see him, right? No. When I'm Fart Man, I'm in 139 newspapers around the world.
Right, I was underwear skid mark man. I came on afterwards.
You do what you want to do. You worry about your career. I'll worry about mine. Don't give me career advice.
How did you? Let me just ask you. After you came off stage, you were hanging from the wires,
right.
Your ass hanging out.
Right.
Were you standing backstage with like a serious look on your face, going, "How do you think it went?" I felt it was.
As a matter of fact, I was. As a matter of fact, I was.
Picking up your pants, going, I felt it was a little strong. Stronger in the middle than in the end.
Oh, and Jerry, what would you have done at the MTV Awards? Told a couple of jokes?
A couple of jokes?
Yeah, that's just a place to sit there and do your stand-up.
Served you well.
Yeah, okay, very good. All right, you know what? Have a miserable night.
Oh, he's so sensitive.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's funny about you?
Dear.
You're a big brave man with me. I don't see you giving anybody else career advice.
A little exposed.
Jay Leno, you can't. Jay Leno, you never say a bad word about. Robert Wall, you can't say a bad. You can't even say a bad word about Tim Allen, who you hate.
Did I say a bad word about you? I'm trying to help you.
No, you're not helping me. You're not helping anybody.
You're being cruel and vicious.
If I have to go to you for career advice, I'm in pretty big trouble.
Just because I say no one's
You
gonna
know
go,
he respects
I
your
can't make an
opinion.
8
Why
o'clock
would you do
fart
that?
Man. How about
Oh, what would you suggest?
Man?
How about if I do a movie? How about if I do a movie like the Jerry Seinfeld show, where like I go to Hollywood and I try to get a movie made? How's that for a movie?
Don't use the Tonight Show set.
That's right. I don't ask favors of anybody. I don't like your attitude. You're getting too big of you. You're getting too big with yourself. Now he's offering me advice. Can you imagine?
Yes, don't do that. You're blowing your whole gig. You're getting beyond yourself.
I'm the guy who did a tribute to breasts and got a 31 share. And Jerry's going to tell me now I should pull back and try to put my career... Ease up and try to get a more legitimate career going.
You should do a show just on cup size.
Maybe I have. All right, Jerry, you know what? I've had enough of this. I'm sick of Hollywood. I'm sick of all celebrities.
Yeah.
I really am.
Well,
you know, when I was out at the MTV Awards, I got to tell you something. I was so nauseous from everybody and their Hollywood attitude, and everybody's so right on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sick of it.
It's horrible.
No, you love it.
No.
You're a part of it.
That's you. It's you.
It's me. No, I don't, I'm not like that.
Oh.
I just wish I was banging the women you were banging.
You don't have to attack. You're already living a great life.
Yeah, why do you have to attack me? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get people to watch your TV show.
To help. I'm Career Activators. That's the service I run. Do you have a career, but it's not turned on?
I hope the value of your house. Sinks to $2.8 million. What'd you pay? $3 million?
Career Activators. That was funny.
You paid $3 million for your house?
No.
How do you pay that? Do you take out a mortgage or do you just give them the cash?
I have cash in my wallet.
No, seriously. How do you do it? Do you take out a mortgage?
I took out like a 2-year mortgage.
No, come on. What do you take out? Do you take out a mortgage?
Yeah. Sure.
What kind of mortgage do you get? Like a $2 million mortgage?
Yeah.
You put down $1 million and you took a $2 million mortgage?
Yeah.
How do you like that, Robin?
The payments must be whoppers.
Yeah, but that's nothing for him.
I know.
How much could he get for doing that Seinfeld show?
Oh, he must get a lot of money.
Do you get $85,000 a week?
No.
Do you get $35,000 a week?
No.
Do you make more than $35,000 a week?
Yeah.
You're in the 50 range.
You get $50,000 a week.
I don't want to discuss my salary. That's not
Yes, you do.
personal.
Yeah, you're full of yourself. Go ahead.
You've discussed it so far. Why do you stop now?
Yeah, you just told us everything.
I do fine.
You better hope you...
I was making money before this. I got
Sure,
money.
Jerry, nobody's saying you were ever hurting.
Yeah, you were making big money at Mr. Rips. So your sitcom has to run
I
for...
worked at Mr. Rips.
I know you did. So your sitcom has to run for 30 years so you can pay off that house.
Well, see, I do the stand-up as well, Howard, in the hiatus time. And, I make money doing that.
Are you worth... what's your net worth? $15 million?
I don't even know.
You don't even know your net worth.
I need some sort of calculator. I need career calculator.
And this house, it's a modern house?
Yeah.
You got to do a lot of work?
Yeah.
What are you going to put in, $1 million?
I hope not.
Got a pool?
Yeah.
Have you had any girls over to swim in the pool yet?
No.
He's not even in the house.
Oh, you're not in the house yet. What will you do? Will you give up your apartment?
No, why should I give it up?
In other
Of
words,
course I'm going to give up the apartment.
you're going to sell your
What am I going
apartment.
to do with the apartment?
I don't know. Maybe you just hold on to it.
Yeah, maybe just bring the girls
I want to show you my
there.
apartment I used to live in.
Like maybe some girls get to go to the apartment, so you don't want them to have your home address. And then you have other girls who you really can trust who can come to your house.
I don't see this bit going anywhere.
Oh, I do.
It's not a bit.
It's not a bit. I'm asking you about your life.
Why would I keep the apartment for girls that I don't like so much? That's pretty funny.
So they don't know where you live. So they don't know where you live.
Right. Oh, so they don't know where I live.
Right.
I don't go out.
Oh, like you don't go out with any squeaky froms. What about the one who called us up and told us she had a date with you and described the whole thing, how you sat there and watched the Tonight Show
picked up
together?
on a set somewhere.
Yeah, well, she called to defend me to say that I was a nice guy and that she had a nice time.
All right, so you have the house.
Isn't that true?
Are you living in the house now?
Just isn't that? No, I'm not living in the house yet.
You're not. When will you move to the house?
A couple months.
Have you brought any girls over to see the house?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I see the move now.
I just bought a house.
Oh, you want to see my house?
Would you like to go see the house?
Who pays this mortgage?
Who could pay a $2 million mortgage except for me, Jerry Seinfeld? All right, very good.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you for the promotion, for the plug.
Robert Wall sleeps over his house some nights on the floor. He's using it until Jerry moves in. Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
And you bring him over, and did they get completely, excited? What do you drive him over to the house in the Porsche?
You know what he does. He walks through and says, I'm thinking of doing this here in this room. What do you think?
Yeah.
You know,
I know the whole
need
move.
to pick out some colors.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. It's so damn expensive. I'm thinking of putting in all new carpet.
Should I knock this wall down? Give this reading room. What do you think?
Ever take a girl's house to Jay's? Did you ever take a girl over to Jay's house?
No, they're so big and so hard to move.
The girls.
The girl's house.
So you bring the girls to the house and you walk them through it.
Yeah. And then I walk them through it.
Show him swatches.
Do you ever make out it? Have you made it with anyone in the house yet?
No.
But you will.
Oh yeah.
Who's going to be that special girl who gets to initiate the house?
Now there's a
We should have a contest
right there.
Would you object to the next time you're on? We have a contest for the first girl to inaugurate. A girl willing to have.
That's a great idea.
What do you think?
Oh, I'd love to do that. That's funny. I'd love to. That's very funny.
Ever work on Cars with Jay Leno?
No, I'm too busy.
Mm-hmm. Very good. What a great move that is. The whole thing is just too wild. All right, Jerry.
Listen, you guys are terrific. I enjoy you. I listen to you every morning, and you're very funny, always. And everybody likes you out here. You'll be number one before you know it.
All right,
Probably
very good.
Next ratings book, right?
Right. Jerry, the season premiere tonight on NBC, The Jerry Seinfeld Show.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, buddy.
All right, let us hear from you again.
All right, Robin, Jackie,
Jerry
Fred.
Seinfeld.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Got a headache from him. I like this guy. What are you doing, fart man? Yeah, like I'm capable of doing more.
He was just trying to get under your ribs, and you let him.
Screw it. I don't want to hear career advice from Jerry Seinfeld. That's not my ideal career. That's his thing. Sitting there, being one of those Hollywood types.
But he wasn't even serious, I now think.
I don't care. I'm a little sensitive, all right?
I know.
Under a lot of pressure.
I'll beat him up for you.
There you go.
Don't you mess with Howard.
His ass I can kick. All
You're
right.
not worried about him, huh?
Jerry Seinfeld, everyone, and watch his show tonight on NBC. We'll be back right after these words.
This is Pete Fornatale on 92.3 K-Rock. Join me right after the Howard Stern Show, followed by Dave Herman and the Rock and Roll Afternoon Show. It's classic rock and roll right after the Howard Stern Show. It's FM the way it's supposed to be on WXRK New York, 92.3 K-Rock.
Hey, are you looking for a good time?
You bet your life.
It's a hilarious new game show on...
Sure why.
Yeah.
But she said she called all the sponsors of the MTV Awards, including Sony and PepsiCo.
Yeah.
And that she actually got the chairman of PepsiCo to call her back.
Oh, boy.
And she also, and her fiance got on a bunch of local TV news stations.
And these are young people.
I think they're in their early to middle 40s. She said she had a 22-year-old son.
And she's worried about her son seeing this.
Right.
Oh,
Her 22-year-old
She's got a
son.
22-year-old, and then she's got two younger sons.
And what is
as
it she objects to? My ass?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
well, maybe we should talk to her and
Let's talk
find
to
out
her.
what she objects to.
Hello, lady. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're on the air.
Oh, boy. I first didn't know what was going on.
Well, I
Who you
understand.
were talking to. I've been up all night, so if I slur my words, my guy had a surgery. He's a brittle diabetic, almost lost his leg, and he's been up with pain all night, so I've been up with him.
No, you see, you're going to try and get sympathy with that. Right away.
Wait a minute, what guy?
No,
your
really
fiance?
true.
Is this
It's
your
really
fiance?
true. So, anyway.
Who was your guy, your fiance?
Guy's my fiance, yeah.
Oh, and I don't understand something. You have a son, and yet you have a fiance.
Right.
So are you married?
I'm divorced.
What happened there? Aren't you worried about that? Why couldn't you make things work in your marriage?
Yeah, isn't that more detrimental than watching Fart Man on TV?
Yeah, I think that's more of. I think that.
No, I don't want to be insulted.
I'm not insulting you.
The show.
I just like to know who complains about me.
No, I have watched the show. In fact, I don't censor my kids at all.
Yes, you do.
My 18-year-old, who's at Pepperdine University, is a freshman.
Tell me what your problem is with Fart Man. Tell me what your problem is with Fart Man. You say you're a listener of our radio program, but I've gone too far.
No, I don't listen to your radio.
No, I know what station we're on in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we don't need to find ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I come on the station in Los Angeles. And so what are you trying to do? You're trying to get publicity for yourself by attacking me?
No, I don't need publicity.
Well, did you do TV interviews? Did you do TV interviews?
Pardon me?
I said, did you do TV interviews?
I've never done one before.
So why are you doing TV interviews now? You must want publicity.
About him.
You're trying to make a name for yourself, aren't you?
No, I feel like I'm being put on the defensive.
Well, I mean, you called the president of PepsiCo Corporation to complain about me. You're putting me on the defensive. Why can't I put you on the defensive?
Okay, that's fair.
Sure. Yeah, tell me what it is you object to about Fart Man. What, you saw a man's ass?
No.
You've never seen that before in your 40 years?
Let me explain. First of all, you don't know me, and I don't know you.
You'll never know me.
I have a suspicion that you're a good man. I mean, I've.
How would you know what I am?
You know, the Ku Klux Klan the other night was a prime example. I wanted my kids to see that.
Darling, you know you're not making any sense. Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? I asked you a question. I asked you, what do you object to about Fart Man? You still haven't answered the question. You're rattling on about the Ku Klux Klan.
I think it was common decency.
You think that was indecent?
Yeah, I think.
What was indecent about Fart Man? Tell me specifically what he did.
Well, you know what you did.
What did I do?
I don't have to tell you what you did.
No, you tell me what's indecent. I didn't find it indecent. What was indecent?
Who am I speaking to?
You're talking to Robin.
Oh, hi, Robin.
Hi there.
It just it goes beyond the bounds of common decency.
What did you see that was indecent?
You're taught as a kid to say "excuse me" at least.
And, farting.
You know.
Oh, the farting upsets you.
I know you guys.
Do you fart? Have you ever farted? Let me ask you something. Let's get real. Have you ever farted?
Listen, I'm an RN, and I have seen a lot, and I've cleaned up a lot.
Let me tell you something. There is nothing wrong with farting. There's nothing wrong with the human backside, except for mine, obviously. I'm going to
have been a little firmer.
Well, that's true. I'll agree with that.
If you had objected to that, I would have understood your argument completely.
Maybe if it was a nice one. Let me tell you something. You're really, really uptight. You really have a severe problem. Yeah. Not in my opinion. In the world's opinion. The fact that the backside could make you so freak out that you would start an advertiser boycott is amazing to me. Quite frankly, I don't even care about advertiser boycotts. There are those that will advertise with me, and there are those that won't. And
what is amazing is this is a woman. You know, she's got things going on in her life, obviously.
Yeah, but she has time for this.
But she took the time.
Well,
I really did. You know, I've never really done anything. I have a real social conscience. Obviously, I've been an RN for 23 years.
Yeah, we heard that.
And I've raised my kids. I've tried to instill some values in them, but I've never censored even magazines or.
Darling, do you know what cable television is? Do you know you were watching cable television? Do you know that?
Pardon me?
Do you know you were watching cable television? You know what MTV is? Do you know it's a cable television program? Do you know that you don't have to have that in your house?
Oh, I know that.
Oh, you do know that.
I know.
You know that. You've seen HBO. Have you seen the movies? Have you seen Deer Hunter? I've given you so much chance. You don't make any sense. Do you know that you have cable television in your house that shows nudity, the F word, it shows ass, it shows naked breasts?
Just say nothing of all the violence, the murder, the blood.
What amazes me about your hypocrisy.
The violence is even worse.
Yenta, what amazes me about your hypocrisy is that you would sit there and.
I agree.
Oh, you agree that you're hypocritical?
I agree there is hypocrisy.
And you're
I think I'd rather see a porno film than I would see,
my ass.
Freddy Krueger. people slash
All right,
everybody.
very good. All right, you know what? I tell you what.
And so...
Do you write to sponsors when you see brains blown away?
MTV Awards as a family.
I can't get through to her.
And,
I give up.
We're not your general...
the world is lost.
Middle-class family.
The world is
I'm
lost.
Divorced.
She'll rattle on and...
My 3 kids.
She don't even listen.
And, worked, we just struggled along.
Yeah, struggle.
And,
it's a big struggle.
Why
is everything such a struggle? Why is it such a struggle? Why are you struggling so much? Why are you struggling so much?
It was just...
Can she hear you?
Really?
I don't know. She doesn't hear me. I'm talking, but she doesn't hear me.
Well, you don't give me a chance.
I've given you so much chance. You won't even answer one of my questions.
Okay.
Why don't you just answer the questions? I'm interviewing you. Why is life such a struggle for you? You said you struggle along. Is watching the MTV Awards a struggle for you?
No, it wasn't.
Why do you have cable?
It would have been more enjoyable.
Why do you have cable television in your home if you object to these things?
But my question is, okay, so you weren't enjoying the show. Get up, turn it off. Go watch something else. They have 57 other channels.
Right.
True.
No, she can't do that, though. She had to watch my ad.
It's like her dial only goes to MTV.
Right.
And she objects to you, so she has the right to sponsors to keep you off her one channel.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know who the president of PepsiCo is, but if he sat and talked to you about this, he must have something. He must have a brain deformity, because this is the most asinine conversation I've ever heard. It's ridiculous. Everything you've said is ridiculous. You have cable television in your home. You allow all of this stuff into your home, and then you found some guy's ass, and that blew you away. Do you know on HBO they show Animal House, they show Porky's? Do you ever watch these movies? Do you see what you're bringing into your house? If you find this stuff objectionable, then why would you have cable television in your home?
I do find Porky's objectionable.
So why would you have cable television?
I saw a snippet of it, and I didn't watch it. The kids watched it. And of course, they, at age they were at the time.
I said, answer the question. Why do you have cable television in your home?
Because we get 2 channels if we don't.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
You can't get a basic cable service and block out the rest?
We don't live in New York. We're in a small community.
Well, it sounds to me like only 2 channels would be acceptable to you.
We only get 2 channels.
That way you don't have to worry.
So
why don't you get the 2 channels so you don't have to worry about what comes into your home?
That's what I did have for many, many years.
You should rip out the cable out of your house.
It's only upsetting you.
You can't handle it. You can't handle it. Why should you have cable in your house?
I can handle a lot.
No, you can't.
I can handle a lot.
But you don't know when that moment will come that you can handle something.
I can handle you,
No, you can't handle me. I'm too smart for you. I'm the smartest guy on the planet. I'm slowly realizing
you're funny.
I'm the smartest guy on the planet. I tell you what, darling.
No,
you waste your day. You waste your day calling every sponsor. I'll send you a list of them. You can call them from here till tomorrow. I don't care if I don't have any friggin' sponsors left. Because I got news for you. I'm so sick of this business.
Why are you so angry?
I'm angry at people like you because there's so many damn problems in this world, and this is what you're concentrating on.
You take care of this one.
You can't regulate yourself.
What have you done that's socially redeeming?
Why is it my job to be socially redeeming in your eyes? Why do
does he
I?
have to justify himself to you?
Well, then why do you tell me that there are so many problems in this world? I go out there and I try to make a difference.
Oh, and I don't.
And teach.
How do you make a difference?
Your
how do you make a difference?
Is to take Fartman away from the world.
Yeah. How do you make a difference? By telling people what they can watch and what they can't? Come on.
No, I'm not telling people what they can or can't watch. They can put that on MTV.
Yeah.
I simply wanted to make a statement. Just
What's
like
your
you
statement?
make a statement. It's a free country.
You didn't make any statement.
And I can make a free statement.
The whole world is ignoring you.
What is your statement?
No, the whole world is not ignoring me.
Go ahead, make your statement. Let's hear it. Let's hear the big statement you want to make to the world. I'll let you do it right now. Go ahead, make your statement. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I don't want to judge you.
No.
Okay.
Make the statement.
Because I'm making my statement.
Go ahead, let's hear
I don't want to judge you because I don't know you. And you have a persona. Maybe that's not you. I don't know who you are on the air and the way you live your life. But
this is who PepsiCo pays attention to.
There are people out there like me who respect people, and
all right.
I can understand.
All right, let's say we disagree. Very good. Okay, I tell you something. You
and
go ahead.
I agree with some of the things that you say.
Right. Okay, very good.
I do.
Okay, good.
I'm crying.
Oh, dear.
You don't have to.
Howard, this is Guy speaking. I just took to the phone. amateur TV show.
Wonderful
and
boy.
So all we had to go on was what we saw on MTV, and we just thought that maybe it got out of hand. That and the other group that thanks Satan. Now I know there's there is freedom of religion and everything.
Yeah,
but
tongue-in-cheek, maybe it was tongue-in-cheek.
I spoke to PepsiCo, I spoke to Nike, and I spoke to who was the other one?
Sony. CBS.
Pepsi was very willing to work with us because they were really concerned about their sponsored program.
Pepsi has never been a sponsor of mine.
Well,
no, they're talking about the MTV sponsors.
We're
talking about MTV.
We'll just stick to the issue of MTV Music Awards. The way it was.
Let me tell you something. I got to tell you something. I got to just interrupt you. You two of you sound like you got very nice people. You know, listen.
Thank God you found each other.
Thank God you found each other. I wish you a happy life together. But I got to tell you something.
Okay, we're listening.
It just seems like a lot of silly nonsense to get upset about a guy in a fart man costume.
You didn't like the MTV Awards is your problem.
And if you didn't like the MTV
we
Awards...
love rock. We love rock. We love MTV. We watch MTV.
I tell you what. Everybody's got to do their own thing. You two go ahead, and I give you permission. I give you permission. I give you permission to call every one of my sponsors every day, and you can tell them everything you think about the show.
Yeah.
And I welcome anybody to do that. Yeah. I just think it's a terrible waste of time.
There's so much lack of respect.
Whatever there is in the world, darling. Let me tell you what the problem is.
Let me tell you what the problem is.
There's a lot of people who aren't capable as parents. There are a lot of people who want to blame the media for a lot of the problems in their life.
I don't blame the media.
When you say you're having a struggle in life, it ain't the media that's giving you the struggle. The struggle is in inner turmoil, my darling.
And you're carrying it.
No, darling, listen, I don't want to get into it. You're obviously in an upset state. A guy sounds like a nice guy. You sound like a nice guy.
The media is a reflection of society.
That's right.
So fix society.
So fix society, and we'll go along with it.
It is. And sometimes things are disagreeable. And
no, you got to paint your windows black and don't leave the house until until the hearse comes.
Turn off the TV.
Turn off the TV. Unplug it.
It's just that we want to bring to your attention something we saw that just struck us off color. That's
all right, very good.
Opinion. Everybody has one. You
have a great opinion and have a great life.
You're trying to make your opinion mean something.
Right.
Right.
That's all. Okay,
That's
very good.
That's all, Howard.
To do.
I know, Howard. I look forward to hear your radio show if I can get it. I really would like to hear it. I'd like to see more of your television show. It's still in syndication on reruns, right?
Can I ask a personal question of you?
Sure.
It sounds like, and don't get me wrong, if I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong.
Sure.
It sounds like maybe you guys have had some drinks.
No.
Oh, no.
I had major surgery yesterday on my knee.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
is the anesthesia
I have arthroscopy
and then we're both recovering alcoholics.
And
I've got 11 years sobriety.
I'm very ill, so I'm sorry,
you're both
downed off.
And I have 11 years sobriety.
Well, let me ask you something. When you say you're both recovering alcoholics.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think that indicates there's a lot of problems here?
Oh, no. I think
people get, let's face it, 12-step programs are like an in thing.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to know.
You had those kids while you were practicing alcoholism.
Right,
yeah.
So you guys felt it was acceptable to drink while raising children?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, wasn't?
But you did it.
No.
But you couldn't control your own life.
It's but you can't.
That you can't control.
So the party's over for you, so no one else should drink. Maybe everyone shouldn't drink. Because
I
the party...
see you have a lot of makeup for it.
Right.
Well, insanity sometimes is the same reaction.
All right, look, we all disagree here. I have never called a sponsor of any show that I watched that I didn't like. Usually I turn the show off and I go, hey, that's not for me. But you guys got to do what you got to do, okay? And I'll leave it at that.
It's a shame we don't know where you work, though.
What is it, Gary?
I just have to bring this up because the phones are going nuts.
Yeah.
When you folks called all these sponsors, did you happen... I know you were upset by Howard's ass. Did anybody happen to mention... the Red Hot Chili Peppers simulated masturbation.
That was.
I saw nothing wrong with that.
It wasn't just you.
Howard,
I saw nothing morality.
Maybe a fart man was a mistake.
Maybe fart man was a mistake. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's right.
We won't know until the box office, right?
Right.
You guys do.
We'll
know at the box office. That's correct.
I really do wish you best in your endeavors.
We do.
And I hope. And by the way, I am a born again Christian, so I bless you, and Jesus blesses you, and I hope that Jesus comes into your life. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Howard,
praise Jesus.
Calling.
Praise Jesus.
I appreciate
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you all. Praise
kind
Jesus.
of you.
Let's all praise Jesus. Praise Jesus.
Praise him.
Praise Jesus, please.
You bet.
You guys praise Jesus?
Yes, you bet.
All right. I love Jesus Christ, so I just wanted to bring him into
confused on this issue too, though.
I say whenever people.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's we try to live our life.
You made a really good point. From my standpoint, the Red Hot Chili Peppers saying Satan, that offended me more.
Yes, that was satanic.
Oh, yeah.
That was satanic.
It was kind of a compilation of things.
Yes.
And then when Sammy got on and did that, it was just...
Right. Everybody
went
knows.
awry.
You're absolutely right.
It was a good party, and maybe things all put together.
Right. Things got out of control.
You've never been out of control.
No.
Everything you've ever done has been completely above board.
Right. They're not out of control at all over there. All right.
Wasn't on TV.
I got to go. Let's praise Jesus, and then it'll be the end of it, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Very good. Thank you, sir. And thank you, ma'am. Very good.
And call in your endeavors, okay?
Yes, and same to you. Good luck. Good luck with that 12-step program.
Okay.
Right. Very good.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Right. There they are. Very noble people. That's the country. I just want to point out something. I'm a student of human nature. Because I'm too stupid to be a student in anything else. And this is what I come in contact with all day. And I like to expose it because there are people who call my sponsors and complain about me. Absolutely, there are many. But
they would always like to paint themselves as fine, upstanding.
And maybe they are. And no offense to these two.
No problems.
But here's my point. I always find it interesting when I get a letter from one of my sponsors saying that so-and-so complained from so-and-so organization. I said, yeah, let me call them. I want to find out who's complaining exactly. I want to find out all the details. We have a society with out-of-control people. They're all out of control. And they all desperately want to grasp onto a reason why their lives are out of control. I'm not saying these two.
They've just found themselves a cause.
They have a cause now. They can call people. There's things to do. Now
they're excited.
They can call more sponsors and things. And it's fine. They can call the president of PepsiCo and talk to him.
They're getting recognition they've never had before.
Right. So what can I tell you? This is the society we live in. It's going to hell in a handbasket. I've got to become the president of the United States.
All this stuff they see on television, the one thing that got them up and moving was Fart Man.
All right, I got to take a break. I mean, literally, I got to take a break. I got to go have a nervous breakdown. That's why they call it take a break, because Howard goes and has a nervous breakdown during it. He literally has a break with reality.
Whew.
I'll be back right after these words with the news, Robin.
Okay.
All right. I have a special treat for you. Enough's Enough will stop in.
Oh, that's great.
And maybe they'll do a couple of songs, and we'll find out what's going on with them.
Sounds good. I haven't seen them in a while.
I just told them they can't smoke when they come in here.
Then they're going to, I suppose, load up on some nicotine.
So they're out there smoking now.
Nonstop, yeah.
Right.
Robin, don't even exhale.
What's in the news?
Well, of course, the election is in the news, Howard. Yesterday, we had primaries here in our state of New York for the Senate, as well as some congressional seats. And the results are in. Robert Abrams has won the Democratic nomination to run for the Senate against Senator Alphonse D'Amato in a four-way race against Geraldine Ferraro, Al Sharpton, and Elizabeth Holtzman. Elizabeth Holtzman came in fourth, to everyone's surprise. Al Sharpton coming in third, getting a lot of votes.
You know, a lot of people don't like Elizabeth Holtzman, but I'll tell you something. She's a dedicated, hardworking public servant. This guy Sharpton has never done a thing for anybody. And people actually voted for him. The only thing he does is walk around with a big medallion he made of Martin Luther King for himself.
He organizes marches.
Yeah, that's what he does. It's unbelievable.
That's the only thing he's ever organized.
I'm really, truly amazed by the black vote. I really am.
And Al says now this gives him clout.
Yeah, well, good. God bless him. I'm amazed by the black vote. Someone's going to have to explain to me how Marion Barry of Washington, D.C. actually...
Well, would you let me go on? I'm doing a wrap-up here.
Go
of the
ahead.
election.
Sorry.
You're going to go crazy.
Am I ruining your suspense?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Al Sharpton says that now the Democratic Party will have to come to him.
Oh, please.
He says he gets the last laugh.
He's got no laugh.
I can say I told you so. I proved I have statewide support.
That last couple on the phone gets more of a laugh than him.
Says it guarantees that he'll be a factor in the upcoming political races. He has no immediate plans to seek another office, but he would consider running for such statewide offices as Attorney General or State Comptroller.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he should be the Attorney General of New York.
He makes a good point. Look at how many votes he got. He only spent $100,000 on his campaign. You didn't see any Al Sharpton commercials on television.
Well, he did that
How
because
much campaigning did he do?
black people will vote actually for criminals as long as they're black. Unbelievable. Not that he's not a criminal,
No,
but they will.
he's been tried a couple of times, but nobody's ever been able to convict him of anything.
It's laughable. The candidates who the black community will vote for.
He says he plans to have a major role in next year's race for the mayorship of New York.
Good. He should be the mayor. He'd be a great mayor.
It's not impossible.
If he becomes mayor of New York, I will retire from radio and I will leave the planet. I will check out of here. I will move to Vermont.
Also in New York, Mario Biaggi, a congressman who went to jail for taking bribe money, was defeated in an attempt to re-enter politics after getting out of jail because he was supposedly too sick to serve time. Immediately after getting out of jail, he decided to run for Congress again.
Let me say something to the black community. You see, when we have a criminal who runs, like Mario Biaggi, we vote him out. That's what you're supposed to do. At some point, there's got to be a credibility issue. At some point.
Also, Stephen Solars, a congressman who had a lot of trouble writing checks in that congressional check writing scandal that was going on.
Out.
He also was ousted from his, he had lost his seat, quite frankly, to redistricting, but he was defeated in that race in whatever congressional district he decided to run. Also in the news, Marion Barry re-entering politics.
Well, there you go.
In Washington, D.C., former Mayor Marion Barry decided to run for a city council seat.
This guy had on full African garb, Mayor
That's
Barry
what he did.
Barry.
He doffed all the suits and everything.
Got rid of his
Put on
suits.
the dashiki and the fez.
He's wearing Tarzan's pajamas to the voting booth.
And started running around this neighborhood, and that's how he got votes.
Is Robert Chambers, the yuppie murderer, is he going to go be elected mayor?
I think he should go into politics.
Is he running for anything? Is Charles Manson running for anything?
Well, it would seem to me now Marion Barry can't vote either, can he?
No, not if he was in jail.
But
Marion
he's
Barry.
now going to sit on the city council, at least if he, this is only a primary. He still has to run against someone else, hopefully.
I think if you run around in wild...
That person will win.
If you run around in wild African garb, I guess you become a political activist, and it doesn't matter what you've done. I don't know. I'm only imagining what goes on in the black community.
Well, see, you're trying to apply too much logic. This is your first problem.
This guy looked yesterday like if he's elected, he's going to shrink heads, not run anything. That's what it looked like. Well, if voting for Marion Barry is supposed to shock us, it has. It worked.
Is that what you thought it was all about?
I would like to meet the mental patient that actually went into a booth and saw Marion Barry's name and pulled the lever.
Well, they were interviewing people in the news yesterday, and a guy was standing. He says, well, I think if he's really rehabilitated, he could do a lot for this community.
Good. That's good.
But we don't know if he's really rehabilitated, taking a big chance.
We're worrying whether Clinton avoided the draft. We got guys who were found with crack pipes, and they get reelected.
They have no trouble being reelected.
I'll tell you something. Maybe the thought if... I got a feeling that people put no thought into it. They walk in and they just pull the lever. Maybe that's
What, did
it.
they close their eyes?
Yeah.
And it just happens to be wherever you're placed on the ballot, you get lucky?
It's laughable. And no politician will court the black vote. No white politician or black politician with any legitimacy can court the black vote. You know why?
Why?
It can't be figured out. So am I supposed to go smoke crack if I want to attract black people to my cause? What are you supposed to do? How do you legitimize yourself with black people? It's wild what's going on out there.
Well, again, you're making a lot of generalizations.
Well, don't I always?
Of course.
That's my
I just
job,
like to
isn't
point
it?
it out.
Haven't we worked that out from the beginning, that I make the generalizations and you correct me?
I have to point it out.
All right.
I'm doing my job.
Thank you.
Also in the news, Howard, lesbianism.
Say that louder and slowly. That gets ratings.
Lesbianism.
Attention all lesbians.
We have news for you. Do you realize that scientists are now saying, much like homosexuality, lesbianism is in the genes?
Yes, that is correct.
They say that they've been studying gay female twins.
Oh, I'd love to study that. How do you get in on that? Studying gay female twins. All right, you two, you do it with each other. We have to study this right now. What a gig that is, huh? What do you do for a living? I study gay lesbian twins. Super.
Male studies show inborn preferences account for about half of individual differences in sexual orientation. Experts say the other half could be due to physical changes, environment, or interplay of nature and nurture.
Me, Jackie, and Fred is conducting experiments back in the office. Triplets with D cups.
What have you found out?
Nothing so far. We've just been doing the videotaping.
Preliminary. We found out we really enjoy our work.
Yeah. We like coming to work every morning. That's what we found out.
Oh, boy. Well, it seems that, lesbianism, they can trace back to some genetic thing, so.
Let me take a break here, Rob. We'll come back, do more news. And after the news, the rock band Enough is Enough will be with us.
The classic rock station.
Arthur Bloch.
What else is in the news, Robin?
Remember the cop Robert Fioretti? You may not remember that name, but a few years ago, I think it was like 86, his wife turned up missing.
Yeah.
And then his female cop partner moved in with him a couple of days later with her 2 kids.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they eventually wound up getting married. They could never find the wife's body, but they kind of figured she was dead. No. And they kind of figured he had something to do with it. So they threw him off the city police force, but they could never prosecute him on those charges.
Because they couldn't find the body.
That's right.
Isn't that interesting? You can't, if you think somebody murdered someone, if you don't have the body.
Right. How can you prove somebody's dead?
Oh, come on. That sounds like a technicality. Come on.
They could be just missing. They could have just left town.
That's really very interesting. That's a very interesting thing.
Yeah?
No, it really is. That you could actually, you just get rid of the body somewhere and really hide it.
Well, this is what you might call the perfect murder.
Yeah.
Because they finally found her body, I think, a couple of years later.
Oh, they did? Where'd they find it?
It floated up in the Hudson River.
It was Jackie's backyard, next to Jessica Hahn's underpants. So was she okay when they found her? Was she missing or was she dead?
Yeah, she was just lounging.
Yeah, hanging out, relaxing.
She was on one of those little rubber rafts when they found her. But they still have never been able to pin that murder on him. So it really is like a perfect murder.
Right.
He's never been charged or convicted of that crime.
So what happened to this genius?
Well, a few years after, he went off with the partner, the female cop, he married her, and she and her 2 stepdaughters moved into the house with him, and he started abusing the stepdaughters.
Great guy.
So
what a resume.
Finally, the ex-cop partner says, "Oh, what a terrible man," and moves out. And he was just convicted and sentenced to 5 years to 15 years in prison for raping and sexually abusing his stepdaughters.
Yeah.
He apparently was in a plea bargain or negotiating situation, too, to confess to the murder of his wife, but the deal fell through when officials refused to guarantee him a sentence of no more than 8.5 years.
Yeah, that would look kind of bad.
Unfortunately, they're allowing him to serve this latest sentence simultaneously with the other sentence he got for stealing money from his dead wife's checking account.
Not allowed to do that?
No.
I think if your wife's dead, you can take her money. It seems
Not
like
when it looks like you might be the cause of her death.
I see.
So he's in jail for that. He's already serving 10 years for that, and they're going to let him serve simultaneously the 5 to 15-year sentence. So it's not like they're tacking on more time.
Gotcha.
Give this guy an opportunity to get out and have a life,
Right.
It's very important. Meanwhile, also in the news, Jose Luis Javier, who was in jail. Guilty. Just because you hear the name?
Hey, come on. Come on, seriously. You hear a name like that, you don't think guilty?
He faces up to 50 years in prison after a Manhattan judge refused to bargain with him on his rape and robbery conviction.
Told you he was guilty.
He wanted to plead guilty, but he kept saying, he didn't want to serve the full amount of time.
Yeah.
He says, I don't want to go to jail, or I don't want to go to trial, he said. I'll take 15 years, he says to the judge. The judge says no.
That judge is a hero. What's his name, Robin?
Judge Rothwax.
Let's have hero of the day. Judge Rothwax is hero of the day. Go ahead, Fred.
Judge Harold Rothwax.
Harold Rothwax is a hero of the day. He would not plea bargain with a rapist.
But I just think it's funny how the rapist was trying to plea bargain. He says, I'll do 15. And the
Yeah.
judge says, no, you plead guilty, you get the entire sentence.
And what is that guy's name again who raped?
Jose Luis Javier.
You know, I hear that name, I put my hand over my wallet.
He says, then I'll take 18.
Yeah.
Hoping to strike a deal, and Rothwax told him, 25 to 50. I'm not bargaining here. Then he says, I'll take 20. Shook his head and called in the jury, says, we're going to have a trial. And then finally the guy let him present all the evidence. It looked really bad for him.
Yeah.
So he just jumped up and said, you win.
25.
I'll take the whole sentence.
Give me the whole sentence. Might as well have gone for the trial. He couldn't have done much worse.
So anyway, he'll be sentenced on October 14th.
That's Judge Rothwax, everybody. Of the
hero of the day?
Is he of the Long Island Rothwaxes?
I don't know where he's from.
All right, we'll be back with more news, and Enough is Enough right after these words.
This is Dave Herman on 92.3 K-Rock.
$999. Look, get over to Mazda Jeep equals Suzuki of New Rochelle. Understand that they're really trying to please. They've got great leasing deals. How about the 92 Mazda Protege DX for 60 months for only $179 a month, $179 a month, and you're driving a great car like a Mazda Protege ZX, the brand new one. Mazda Jeep equals Suzuki of New Rochelle, 162 Main Street, New Rochelle, New York, 914-576-8300. Before you buy a car, please call them. Robin, where were we in the news?
Oh, I was about to tell you that we have more children arriving at schools too ill to learn. Teachers are saying we have a health crisis in this country.
Because we're a third world nation.
Because there's no adequate health care, they either have something wrong with them physically or they're disturbed.
Don't you love people who have kids and they don't have any medical insurance? Don't you think that's great? Like, do you know how many people in this country have kids and they don't even get any consideration to the fact that they have no money to raise kids? It's amazing. People just have kids. They, like, completely put themselves in a bind for no apparent reason.
They think it's magical, you know?
Yeah. Oh, we got to have kids. We got to have kids. We got to have kids. You don't have to have kids. You're not even an adult yet. You're not equipped to have one. You don't have health insurance for them. Stop being so friggin' selfish. I tell you, I love it. I watch the news sometimes. My kid is dying. I need $2,500 because I got no health insurance. Did you ever have health insurance? No. Did it ever occur to you to get health insurance before you had a kid? No. Do you ever hear of family planning? No.
Obviously, this is your only kid because you didn't have a lot of money.
Nah, I got 37 more at home. So you got 37 kids, you have no health insurance, and now that they're sick, it surprises you. You think this country's a terrible place because we didn't provide health insurance for you. What else should we provide for you? Well, the government shouldn't be so stingy. They should give us more stuff. How about you going out and getting some money together for that? You got money for crack, don't you? Well, of course. Oh, you got money for crack. Okay, good.
Well, I got to get away from my problems.
I love these people. We got to have national health insurance. Got to have it. Got to have it. For what?
Well, I do think health is a right.
Health is no right.
Oh, yes, it is.
You got to earn your health.
If people are sick, they can't work, Howard. We want people to work.
People who work have health insurance.
Not every one of them does. That's the problem.
They don't work.
They don't work. You are ridiculous.
Go to a place that'll give it to you.
You are so incredible. Well, everybody can't have every one of those jobs. Those jobs get taken up.
Then don't have kids.
I'm not talking about the kids now. I'm just talking about people in general don't have health insurance and they work every day.
Don't have kids.
What's that got to do with them not having health insurance themselves? They may get sick.
You just said that in school there are sick kids coming to school. Don't have kids.
Oh, goodness.
If you don't have health insurance, I'm making a new rule. You're not allowed to have children until you can afford health insurance. If you can't afford health insurance, don't have kids.
You switched arguments all of a sudden on me. That's what you did.
Oh, what do you mean? This was the same argument I've been having the whole time.
No, you said the person who's working who doesn't have health insurance should stop working.
No, I didn't say that. I said if you're going to a job where you don't get health insurance and you don't like it, don't work. And if you're going to a job that is paying you X amount of dollars, figure out how much of that money you got to pay in to get yourself a health insurance plan. Right now, there's no national health insurance. If there's no national health insurance, what you should do is consider your lifestyle. You want to know something? I wouldn't get married unless I had health insurance.
You had health insurance when you got married?
You bet your sweet ass.
On $96 a week?
No. I was an AFTRA member. And I had health.
You were in
Excuse me. No, let me take that back.
Thank you.
My wife had a job
insurance.
and got me on her plan.
That's right. She had the health insurance.
Right.
But you did not.
Right.
So you lied.
No, I had health insurance through her plan.
But you said I would not get married unless I had health insurance.
And I had it through my wife's plan.
After you married her.
Right.
See, that doesn't mean... Oh, forget it.
I wouldn't get married unless I had health insurance.
Had the opportunity to get health insurance.
Oh, excuse me. Had the opportunity to get health insurance.
That's different.
Thank you. I see. Suddenly I'm in a court of law. Why do you think I chose my wife? My other girlfriends didn't have health insurance.
You married her for her insurance.
Hold on. What is it, Gary?
Some of the people, that used to work on our TV show are complaining that they didn't have it and that they're not lowlives.
Yeah,
I didn't say they were lowlives. I said don't have children if you don't have health insurance.
Okay.
Well,
so
he
difficult?
jumped back on that argument after
I
saying
did not.
you should stop working if you don't have health insurance.
If you don't like it, don't work there.
No, you didn't say that.
That's what I'm saying. What else am I not? Well, tell me what I'm missing that I said that you're so
said,
smart.
well, you should then go get a job where you do have health
right.
insurance.
That's right. If you're upset about it, then go to a job that has health insurance.
Well, you're putting stipulations in now that you didn't before.
And as far as the people on our TV show go, we happen to have some intelligent people there. They're all at the beginning of their career. They sat there and they worked for WOR, and they said, wait a second. They didn't say, hey, maybe I'll get married. Maybe I'll have children, not having health insurance.
Don't say that, because I have to sit there and talk Stuttering John out of it almost every day.
Well, he's an imbecile. Well, Stuttering John's an idiot. If a guy doesn't have health insurance, that means he's not prepared yet to have a family and have a wife and have these responsibilities.
But what if somebody has a job where they're never going to get it? Should that mean they should just never go forward with their life?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving you the rule of thumb. If you're really in that bad a shape, there are guys who have. Excuse me for 1 second. I got to take a break. There are guys that I know.
Yes.
Have 3, 4 kids.
Yes.
And have no provisions if these kids get sick.
Absolutely.
If I didn't own a home,
or
I couldn't afford,
if they get sick.
If I couldn't afford a roof over my head, maybe an apartment or something.
Well, let me just say.
Would you rush out and have a kid?
There are certain limitations on your health insurance.
Absolutely, there are. And I've made provisions past that.
Well, then good for you.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Even if I couldn't, I feel I have adequate coverage for my kids and my wife.
Not if they get a catastrophic illness.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? They're going to die, probably. What's a catastrophic illness? Our insurance plan stinks.
That's right.
That's about the best we can do.
Real sick.
I know. I told my wife, if I get sick, that's it. You got to go homeless. I said, if I get real sick, you might as well go kill yourself.
There are limitations there.
And let me tell you something. I wouldn't keep my wife on no machine. You know what that costs? She gets sick, I get her right off it. Listen, I got to take a break here. I'd love to continue this discussion, but first let me tell you about Snapple. One of the ways you could stay healthy.
Yeah, that's what you better start working on, trying to stay healthy.
Let me tell you, as soon as we get national health insurance, you know what's going to happen?
What?
You see how these old people get Medicaid?
Yes.
They all go to the doctor whether they're sick or not?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be at that doctor. The doctor's going to have a bonanza.
But see, that's if I were setting up the system,
yep,
it should be your responsibility to remain as healthy as possible.
No one, Robin, nobody
smoke,
cares.
We don't want to see you in our clinic.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
cares.
I don't want to see you in my clinic.
Let me tell you how you really stay healthy. You drink Snapple.
And has no health insurance.
His parents will get him some.
Oh. After the accident, I'd like to see you get some health insurance while you're
Get it to him before he has the accident.
Bed.
I told you, don't have kids unless you're going to have health insurance.
I didn't say anything about kids. I'm just saying we need a national health insurance.
I don't know. I'm all for anything that I don't have to keep paying for. I'm so sick of it.
It costs you a lot more money when people are so terribly ill that it costs a lot more money to get them healthy again. And they still don't have insurance.
Yeah. All right,
and
so fine.
Let's on Medicare or Medicaid.
So fine, have national health insurance. What do I care?
Anyway, let's
talk
about
skin off my ass.
Something we both agree on.
Have it.
Woody Allen.
I think we both agree about national health insurance. Oh.
Woody Allen's movie is opening this Friday, and they are so excited about all the controversy that instead of opening his movie the way they normally do, which is to open it, they call it pyramiding, where you open it on a few screens and then you work your way up to a national release,
right,
a little at a time, so that word of mouth builds as the movie goes along.
Right.
This time they've just canned that whole idea, and they're going for wide distribution right away because they figure with the constant news reports about Woody and Mia breaking up and Suni and everything else that's going on, that everybody's going to be flocking to see this new Woody Allen movie, Husbands and Wives, because the theme of the movie is a college professor and his middle-aged wife who are having problems because he's running around with a young student.
This movie, Husbands...
It's Woody and Mia together.
What did you say, husbands and daughters?
Husbands and wives.
I should call it husbands and daughters. Yeah, it will have a limited audience. I mean, unless it's an unbelievable movie, which it won't be.
Well, that's what some critics are saying. They say, what is this? Why should people go to see his movies? They haven't gone to see his last 4 or 5.
Right.
Why should they run out now? Maybe they're interested in the scandal.
Right.
That doesn't mean they want to see his movies.
It's illogical.
So who knows? But that's what they're doing. It's opening on 800 screens around the country, which is highly unusual for a Woody Allen movie. Meanwhile, speculating on what Woody was up to, in Liz Smith's column today, one of Woody's friends says that he probably subconsciously was just trying to get out of that whole Woody-Mia thing that he had fallen into. It was so not him to be this family man.
I wish the world
surrounded with all these kids.
I wish the world would get a lobotomy. Stop speculating on Woody Allen. Woody Allen subconsciously wants to get out of his relationship with... What do you mean subconsciously? Just get out of the relationship.
And they say he also, he was a great fan of Charlie Chaplin. That was his idol.
Yeah, and he had scandal.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go... I want to get out of my marriage. I'm going to go squeeze my daughter's breasts or something. I mean, what kind of sick thing is that?
That'll get you out.
That is an act of perversion, as far as I'm concerned, what Woody Allen is up to. I am really serious. I am dead serious about that. I do not believe that sleeping with your lover's daughter, where you've been around as an adult figure, during her being raised, a formative year. I think it's sick. I think he's a seriously disturbed guy. That's what I think. I mean, I really do. I mean, he's a pathetic guy. You watch his movies, you feel sorry for him. He's pathetic. He had a couple of funny movies. Now they're all pitiful. I never saw a guy in so much confusion. This guy's the most confused guy on the planet. Get an agenda, Woody.
Well, this guy says not only could Woody not stand the fact that he was turning into this family man instead of the sexy guy he was.
Sexy? Woody's a guy, a mishkite, who never got a girl. You got to probably struggle his whole life, like yours truly, to get girls.
He says that Woody and Mia had not been having intimate relations since the birth of Satchel, their child, together. She also insisted on going around looking woebegone and like a rag picker.
Yeah, what does he look like? Do you see what the guy's saying? She didn't fix herself up, so Woody probably lost interest in her. What is this? What, he looks like a prize candidate? What is he, the prize cow at the state fair? Who are we kidding here? There's a mishkite.
Meanwhile, Frank Sinatra has now teamed up with Shirley MacLaine. And they are going to be at Radio City Music Hall from October 8th to October 17th.
I gotta go buy tickets right now, Robin. I gotta leave the show.
Really? I think we ought to go.
I want to hear two old farts croak out a song. She'll sit there in a wheelchair, try to dance, and he'll try to croak a song out. Who are the maniacs that keep paying for these kind of shows?
It's amazing.
I think people try to just live vicariously, and think. Oh, years ago they sit there, they squeeze their eyes together, try to make Frank look young. Maybe they put earplugs in, try to make him sound young.
I don't know. They all want to relive that dream, whatever that dream was.
It's a nightmare.
On TV today, Dana Plato and Todd Bridges, the former child stars of Different Strokes, who have fallen on some hard times or found themselves in bad fixes.
What show is that, Donahue?
Lately, they're going to be on Maury Povich, the second half of Maury Povich today.
Again? Maury has Dana Plato on every other week.
Really? I've never seen her on the show.
She's pathetic.
Well, that's what these shows are, pathetic people.
That's what they should really call them. Oprah, Phil Donahue. It's a pathetic people show.
Yeah.
The audience looks pathetic. You ever see the audiences of Maury Povich's show? Gee whiz, where's he drag him out from?
He won't even let them ask questions.
No, he barely lets them ask a question. Phil Donahue's audience, all right. A couple of strange ones, but... And Oprah. Oprah's audience looks like a revival meeting. It's like a tent and freak show. The audience is the entertaining part of those shows. They drag in. The best show to watch is 9 Broadcast Plaza. They look like they dragged like homeless people in off the street and forced them to watch.
Where does that audience come from?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jenny Jones says she wants respect in this season out. She's doing very well after revealing that she had breast implants that were bugging her, so she had to have them removed.
Yeah, everyone started watching because she had breast implants.
Yeah, she got a lot of sympathy for that, a lot of publicity. So now her show has been renewed. And she says she's going to take on the same kind of serious topics you see on Oprah, Phil, and Geraldo.
Good. That's good.
She's ready to play with the big boys.
She's another one. You ever look at her audience? Imagine what Phil Donahue attracts. Take a look at the Jenny Jones audience. Man, you could sell a couple of 100 bottles of snake oil to her audience. Low on brain power over there.
Soon she'll be doing a show on sexual harassment, and you said this earlier. She will reveal once again. She's ready to go public again with something that's happened to her in her own life. She will reveal how a famous comedian
Jackie
sexually harassed her. One day, the comic, who she won't name, asked her to pick him up at his hotel and greeted her wearing nothing but a towel.
Wacky Jackie.
He threw me on the bed, sat on my chest, and took off his towel and stuck his penis in my face.
Oh, wasn't on a bed.
The attack ended there, leaving her confused and naive.
Confused and naive. You mean she was smart before she went in and became naive?
Yeah, but she was naive, and she tried to pass it off.
I only wish
same sort of stupid kidding around that he was known for.
I only wish my penis would leave women naive. It just doesn't.
Leaves them dumbfounded.
Yeah, speechless.
Now Jones sees it as harassment.
Yes.
Calls the comic a pig.
Mention his name.
She says he knows who he is, and she hopes he rots in hell.
Seinfeld.
He got very serious when you brought that.
Yeah, I know. No, it wasn't Seinfeld. All right, Robin, let's bring in Enough's Enough.
No.
Come on. They've waited long enough, these guys.
Okay. I can't talk about Whoopi Goldberg. She didn't do very well her first week out. Her show premiered Monday.
Oh, yeah, I'm curious, yeah.
Modest numbers in 24 cities. The overnight ratings show that she pulled in a 12 share of the audience.
Yeah, I know what's wrong with her show. I haven't seen it, to be honest with you. But
I taped it last night. Oh, well, I didn't tape it last night. I thought it was on later.
Come on in.
I'm going to tape it tonight.
Yeah, I know what's wrong with her show, but I'm not going to say.
Tonight, she apparently has a white supremacist on. She has that Tom Metzger on.
The two of them one-on-one?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Got to be interesting.
Yeah, she better do something to beef up those ratings. What about Cosby? How's his ratings?
I still haven't seen any ratings released on The Cosby Show. The new You Bet Your Life.
Gotcha. Well, here they are. Enough's Enough.
There they be.
What's happening, Howard?
Everybody loves the band.
How you guys doing?
Wait a second. Sorry, what?
What's happening?
There they are. The real rock stars. Right here. Who was that girl with you?
A friend of ours.
Who's that? Chip's friend or Donnie's friend?
That's Chip's
It's my friend. Beautiful, isn't she?
Is that right?
You haven't seen her, huh, Howard?
Now, yeah, she was real cute.
Oh, yeah?
Is that your friend?
Yeah.
You doing her?
I'll take.
You'll take responsibility?
Oh, she's a nice woman.
Nice woman.
She's a good girl?
Lovely girl, yes.
Lovely girl?
Lovely girl. Name's Julie. She's beautiful.
Now, what record label are you guys with now?
We're with Ariston now. We just, Clive Davis just adopted us into the family.
I see. So that's good. And, of course, let me just introduce everyone. Chip is the guy with, like...
Hey, everybody.
He's the guy with the girl. Donnie, of course, is the lead singer. Say something, Donnie.
How you doing, Howard?
Witty guy these days.
He's been burning the candle.
Yeah, I think so.
Sleepy.
And, of course, Derek, who plays lead guitar.
Yeah, how you been? I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. Where's the drummer?
Fox is in L.A. He's not with us any longer. Vince Neil poached him.
He really is gone, huh?
Yeah, Vince Neil poached him. God bless them guys. Hope they do well. We got a new guy now from New Jersey.
God bless them guys. I hope they do well.
What am I supposed to do?
That's a shiv.
Getting a big tussy. I mean, I want to see them guys do well, too.
Now, your drummer left you.
Yeah.
And I know you consider that a real betrayal.
Yeah, it is.
He left the family.
But he's still a brother. Good, we wish him the best.
No, you don't. You haven't even talked to him, I bet. Come on. Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I did talk to him a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, how loudly?
No, he called me and said, "Hey, bro, give me a call."
How come when you called me, you told me I should? Oh, I hope their bus crashes. I hope their bus crashes right into a wall. Who's he with now? Vince Neil?
Vince Neil, yeah. He thought the grass would be greener on that side. Vince is doing a solo record. He's got some good cats he's playing with, and it sounds like a pretty strong all-star lineup. And Vic already did a record with us, guys, so he had no more work to do. And he thought it was only in his best interest.
I see. Now, did he call you and tell you himself that he was leaving the band, or
no,
he did not?
Not until the very end. We had a rehearsal. He didn't show up. He showed up 4.5 hours late a month ago or so.
Right. And it depressed you because you feel this band is a unit.
Exactly.
You guys are looking for that big hit song. And you feel that, hey, if he was in it and he was a true brother, he would have stuck with the band. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. He wanted both sides. He even said, so I want to do the Vince Neil record, and I want to still stay with you guys, though, too. And we thought,
he wanted to do both.
You can't say you couldn't do that?
You couldn't see clear to let him do both?
I didn't think it was in our best interest.
Derek, you think he shouldn't be allowed to do both?
Well, if he would have gone about doing it the right way instead of being a little sneaky guy, you know what I mean? It's like the whole time he was trying to act like he wasn't going to do the Vince Neil thing, and I knew he was going to do it because I was in L.A. at the time. But
right.
You know, so
Vince has health insurance.
I don't think it's cool though that he betrayed us personally. But
it looked like Derek was going to go do the Vince Neil album too, didn't it?
That's what rumors were. Had that too.
He did try to ask me to.
Well, Derek, you're with the band, right? That's it.
Yeah.
You guys
You're
are committed.
staying.
Yeah,
you're committed to the end.
I'm in, man.
All right.
I'm in.
Well, that's how you got to be. Are you going to be a band or you're not going to be a band? It's just like if Robin came to me one day and said, "Hey, Howard, I'm going to go do the Jay Thomas show tomorrow." I said, "Well, what are you going to do the Jay Thomas show? What are you doing that for, Robin? You supposed to do?" "No, I'll do both shows."
Yeah, I want to do both.
I'd kick her right in the ass, right, Robin?
That's right.
And you would kick me right in the ass.
Absolutely.
That's right.
But Donnie, he had a good point. He said he wanted health insurance.
Well, then maybe that's, really, what were you guys paying him? I mean, the drummer does have to eat. You guys had him on a salary, didn't you?
Well, everybody makes pretty much the same. I mean, he was gone for 3 months. First of all, we finished the record, and for 40 days and 40 nights, the guy never showed up, so he never got any per diem because of that.
Right.
So he came the last day, and he wanted all his back per diems. We said, well, bro, you weren't here for the record.
Explain to me how rock stars work it. In other words, when you guys are making an album, you get a per diem.
We don't know how other bands work it, but every day we
get... In other words, it's called a paycheck, but you like to fancy it up and call it a per diem.
No, it's daily food money.
It's daily food money.
Daily
right,
food money.
It's an allowance, if you will.
Yeah, it's an allowance.
What are you getting, $50 a day?
Close.
Something like that, yeah. It's no big deal.
And what about, how do you buy pot? Is there a pot allotment also?
No, we have the fans give us
we have to buy that out of our per diem.
No, in all seriousness.
We do. We have to buy it out of our per diem.
I see. Anything you guys do is out of your per diem. No, but seriously, like cigarette money and things like that, that all comes out of your per diem.
Yeah.
All right, so what could the per diem be? Like $100 a day or something?
No, it was
like 50.
It's like $40, $50 a day at tops.
Right. So he wanted all his $40, $50 a day.
Well, he didn't come for 40 days.
Well, he didn't show up. Why should he get a per diem? You're right. So you guys split up his per diem?
Well, we came to New York here, and we were mixing the record, and we found out that he was out doing the MTV Awards. He didn't even call management or band or anybody and tell anybody anything.
What do you mean he was doing the MTV Awards?
Well,
I didn't see him out there.
He did Encino Man.
The last one.
It was a song with Vince Neil, and then from there they said, "Well, we're gonna do an MTV Awards. Would you like to be involved in that?" So he did that too.
It's a very sad story, though. Mexican laborers get about $60 per diem, and you guys get like a $50 per diem. So, all right, so then it goes down between you and the drummer, and what happened? Eventually you didn't hear from him. You picked up the phone and you said, "Hey, look, are you in the band or are you out of the band?"
Yeah, he called like a day before he was doing the MTV Awards and goes, "Hey, bro, I'm doing the MTV Awards." I said, "Man, you should at least call Herbie up or Bob and let them know what's going on."
Herbie and Bob, your management?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And he goes, "Oh, man, I'm going to give him a call," but he never called Herbie. He never called Bob. The only one he called was me.
Now, tell me something. This woman that you're out there with, now you say she's your friend, but yet you're married, right?
Yeah.
That's why he can only be friends.
Does she know you're married?
Yeah.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, good friend of mine.
Does she know your wife?
Hey, Gary, bring her in.
Oh.
I want to meet your friend.
His wife.
I want to meet Chip's friend.
Have we ever seen his wife? Where is his wife?
Where is your wife? It seems like Donnie and Derek are your wives.
Big family.
Oh, there's a grease fire. We have to put it out. Now, you might as well be up front with her and tell her you're married. You're married. Well, you try to hide that, right?
So
never, not
He's
at all.
so funny.
Well, you're cute.
There she is.
How are you, Robin?
Now, how did you meet Chip?
Let's see. I met him at the Cat Club.
At the Cat Club?
Yeah,
What were you? You were at?
3 years ago.
How long ago?
3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago. And you dig him?
Oh, he's all right.
Now, obviously, you dig him. You're sitting on his lap.
You seem very familiar with him.
You're in love with? Are you in love with
familiar.
Chip? Are you in love with Chip of Enough's Enough?
Oh, completely.
You are.
Yeah. We're gonna have regrets as soon as he gets divorced.
Wow.
Oh man.
Now you want to have children with him?
There's a lot of listeners.
Now you're hoping that Chip gets a divorce
Yeah, but he has to get some health insurance first.
before you guys have kids.
Right.
Well, I think all you guys would agree that you have to have health insurance before you decide to have a child or start a family.
I'd say he needs health insurance.
I don't think that it's something that you're gonna time or anything. It just happens. You have kids. It's not like people are looking at the clock. No, it's time to have a kid.
No, hold it a second.
See, this is what gets people into trouble.
This is what gets people into trouble. You mean to tell me before you have a kid, you shouldn't sit down and say, "Let me assess my life. I got to now take care of an individual. I got to raise me. I got to first see if I got a job.
How am I doing with myself?
Right. Do I have any kind of? Do I have enough money to buy clothes, put food in the kid's mouth? I mean, you got to be a little thought out. I know you guys are rock stars. Hey, man, all I know is I was with her. I forgot to wear a rubber, man. We got a kid. I mean, that's very hip. But if you don't have health insurance for a kid, what happens if this kid gets sick? Go ahead, Chip. You answer that first.
You're doomed.
Right.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You can always get on public aid or something.
Now, Chip, now this woman, you're very close with here. Now, what's going on with your marriage?
Everything's fine. Just a good friend of mine.
And you're not jealous of his wife?
Oh, no, I like her.
Oh, man.
You like Chip's wife?
Oh, yeah.
You know her?
Oh, I've seen her. I've talked to her before, actually.
Donnie, what's going on here? Yeah. Explain this to me.
I don't know, man. It's pretty early.
What happens, Chip? You hang out at the Cat Club and you meet these girls and it's hard to resist?
No, not really. The first time we played, I met Julie. She's a good buddy of mine, but she's been in Portugal right now modeling and doing work. So
your wife is modeling?
No, Julie's been modeling.
Oh, this Julie?
Yeah.
Julie is modeling?
Yeah.
Wow. Let me see your body. Stand up a second.
No.
Take off that ugly shirt.
No.
What do you got under that
Not
shirt?
ugly.
Ugh. What is that? What's underneath that shirt?
Groovy.
What's under that shirt?
I'm not telling
You wearing a leotard?
No, I'm wearing Chip's clothes, actually.
Yeah, why are you wearing that shirt?
I don't know. He dressed me today. He's my fashion coordinator.
Now, you're a model?
Yeah.
Now, you model mostly for Chip, right?
Sometimes.
So you were out modeling.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at this guy. Look at you. You're having the time of your life, aren't you, buddy?
I'm a star in my own mind.
Yeah.
A legend in his own mind.
I'll tell you one thing, please. I want to get that specific. Isn't that right, Chip?
So we played this party for Clive Davis last Friday.
Everything's all business with you.
Does Chip do any weird stuff to you sexually? I mean, does he get wild like that, like he does with Madonna?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Well, you two seem pretty tight. How do you know that Chip will marry you one day? You don't know. He could not. He might walk away from the whole
Because
thing.
I foresee the future.
Really?
Yeah.
Chip, is that true? You have intentions of marrying this girl?
We're just really good buddies. We'll keep it like that.
Yeah, we're just really good buddies. I'm joking.
You're in love with Chip, aren't you?
No, he's my buddy.
But you love him, don't you?
Well, yeah, like a brother.
Right. Mm-hmm. Do you guys ever let the other guys watch when you guys are making love? Has Donnie ever been in the room while you two made love?
No.
Donnie, have you ever seen them make love?
Donnie, you just did a porno, didn't you?
No, I didn't know porno.
That was
I looked in.
That's right.
What is it? You guys go into clubs and then the girls just come on to you? Is that it because you're rock stars?
Not me.
Derek, I'm sure, gets a lot of girls.
Derek gets all the women.
I've sort of settled down lately, though.
Really? Who are you with, a model?
What?
No, a stripper.
Are you? Are you with a stripper?
We get along good with strippers.
Are you with a stripper?
Yeah, you could say that.
Is she still working?
What's wrong with that, man?
No, that's cool.
She's very cool.
It's tough. She's very hip.
Is she still
The
working?
first girl that the guy's in a... well, yes, for the time being right now. Her per diems are better than mine.
You know what's funny about you guys? You two guys are single. Chip is the married guy, and he's always the one with the broads. The married guy...
Donnie, what's the deal?
Donnie, what's your story?
We're those gay twin things.
Gay twin. All right, so you're a model, huh? Man, that's the greatest. What are you modeling? What magazines have I seen you in?
Well, actually, I do a lot of, like, teen stuff.
Yeah, you look kind of
Because I
young.
look really young.
How old are you?
I'm 22. I'm not that young.
Yeah, but you look real young.
Oh, thanks.
You look like Sun Yi. And you got a real good body, I guess, under there, huh? Who can see it, though? What are you wearing? What kind of pants?
I'm wearing Chip's pants.
Oh, that's attractive.
How come you got into all of his clothes? Where are yours?
He dressed me this morning.
Yeah, where are your clothes?
Chip's wearing them.
They're in the laundry.
Chip's wearing the clothes. Well, you guys are having the time of your lives, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great. We did Clive's party. We played at, what was the name of the place tonight? The Savoy, the old Savoy Theater?
Hudson Theater.
Hudson Theater.
Well, these guys are real good.
Yeah.
I'm backing them all the way. Chip kept calling my house when he heard I was doing the MTV Awards.
Uh-huh.
Hey, little brother. Do you guys know about this?
Yeah.
Hey, little brother.
Us he was
hey, little
doing it
brother. I
for
hear you're doing the
Shaq.
MTV Awards. If you're looking for a co-presenter, I'm there. I'm like, well, I'm not in charge of that. Chip, I couldn't get.
He came and told us that he was doing it.
Yeah, I couldn't
Did you
believe
hear
it.
I'm on with Howard Stern?
He's co-presenting.
We're all jealous.
I would have had you on there.
I know you would have.
It's not up to me.
Right, I know.
It's up to MTV. That's what I told him. It really was up to me, but I took the lie. No, you know what it would have been? If you and I went up there, you're in on the joke. I had to get somebody like Luke Perry, who's like, like a legitimate guy.
Doesn't know anything about Fart Man.
Well, yeah.
That was great. Sammy Hagar didn't like it, though.
Sammy Hagar's an idiot.
Eddie was trying to stick up for you. Howard's cool.
Eddie Van Halen's a talent. He's secure in his own talent.
Yeah,
this guy's a major talent. Sammy, I don't know. What did he do on his own? Right? He's no good, right? Chip, why don't you say something?
Well, what's there to say about the guy? I like Van Halen with David Lee Roth better, personally.
Right. So that's what I said. So
he's going to be looking for you.
He's going to be looking
too.
for you, too.
That doesn't mean he's not a talented guy and he doesn't have pipes. He can sing. It's just I like the character that Van had with David Lee Roth.
There you go. But evidently the guy can't handle it. Well, everyone's trying to act like they're tough now. That's the new thing. Like a gangster.
Yeah.
Going to kick some ass. Yeah, we're going to kick...
Unfortunately, they all pick Howard.
Yeah. Great. I had about 9 guys after me at the MTV Awards. It was real comfortable. I was really happy there. It was a very pleasant experience. The only guy who wasn't trying to kick my ass was Chris Robinson of the Black Crowes, and his ass I can kick.
I would say Elton John wasn't after you either.
No, his ass I can kick for sure. I know I could take Elton John. Well, you put together a new song, and this is on your new album?
Yeah.
Now, what's the story with MTV? Are they going to play your video this time, or what?
They said so.
That's what they say. That, if we make a great video, they said they'll play it.
Yeah. All right.
We got some pretty good friends down there, Rick Krim.
What are you going to do with your wife, Chip? I'm serious. What are you going to do? You got this girl on your lap. How come you guys can do this and I can't?
You have girls on your lap, Howard.
Yeah, but that's
you with tons of girls.
Yeah, but he goes back and he does more.
When we played Spit, you had a lot of girls on your lap.
There you go. Great.
I just killed you.
You just killed me. You got to tell the truth.
That's what I'm doing.
You know me. I'm a straight shooter.
That's right.
I'm not like you.
Total straight shooter.
Seriously, how are you going to explain this to your wife?
No explaining.
Do you guys have what's called an open marriage? Does he have an open marriage?
It seems to be.
Yeah.
As long as she doesn't play.
As long as she doesn't play.
No, Janine does what she wants to do, and I do what I do, you know?
Is Chip a great lover?
Swinging.
Don't ask me.
Why?
Are you, Chip? He says he is.
How many times can Chip do it to you in one night?
No, we're just bridge partners.
Yeah, sure. How many times can Chip do it to you in one night? Seriously.
I don't know. Ask him.
Not many.
No,
That's like a
seriously, Chip.
hypothetical question.
5?
With or without the wife.
All right. I can see I'm not getting anything out of you. You want to hear the song the guys have put together?
Yeah, absolutely.
They've put together a new song. Now, you're not going to let me interrupt it?
Are you going to interrupt it?
Well, you know what I'll do?
Is there a new rule?
You know what I'll do? Why don't I play it on the way out here? That way I don't have to interrupt it.
There we go.
I can play it all the way through, all right?
Cool.
Ever have 2 girls in the bed at the same time, Chip?
No, never have.
More?
3?
No, not at
Have
all.
you ever gotten her in bed with another girl? You better tell me the truth.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not that kind of girl.
What do you guys think of all this?
We're amazed.
All right.
Want plugs?
I can tell you slept with Chip. You're scratching yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right, Chip?
Boy.
Chip, I bet you if this album goes platinum or something, I bet you're going to be with a lot of different girls. You're not going to marry
All
her.
hell will break loose.
Yeah, all hell will break loose. I hope you've explained that to her. He's not getting married again.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right.
Actually, it's health insurance.
All right, I'll do the plugs. Robin, anything you want to add to the news?
I just wanted, what did I want to tell you? First of all, there's a new German song about Steffi Graf. Did you see that in page 6 today?
Yes. It's called I Want to F.
Steffi Graf.
Well, that's a better man than I am who wrote that song. That's the last thing I'd want to F.
Some German rock band, a punk rock band called School Kids Scraped by a Bus.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah.
And they wrote a song, I Want to F Steffi Graf?
Yeah.
Do you think all the girls you'd want to F? It wouldn't be... you guys know who Steffi Graf is. You're not that out
heard of her.
You don't even know who that is?
No.
She's the
Very
tennis
talented,
player.
but not a goddess.
No, not at all. Tennis player.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh.
I thought you guys are sports fans.
Baseball,
Not
football,
tennis.
basketball,
Not
hockey.
tennis.
Yeah.
A little.
Not tennis.
It's not rough enough.
We just missed them on the
It's not
tennis.
aggressive
Right.
enough.
Not aggressive.
Also in the news, there's going to be a 30-year celebration of Bob Dylan's years in the recording business. They're going to have a big concert at New York's Madison Square Garden. Those taking part include Eric Clapton, Neil Young, George Harrison, John Mellencamp, and Sinead O'Connor.
We hear Chip's wife is going to be there, too. Could be looking for Chip.
I would like to see that. I'll go just for that.
Yeah. Chip, where are you? I know you're here at the Bob Dylan tribute. Chip, when is the last time you saw your wife?
Actually, last week.
Really?
Yeah, she looks great.
She looks great.
She looks great. It was so good to see her. October 16th is the date, and I think it's going to be live on pay-per-view as well.
Right. How can a guy tell what his wife looks like when he's ducking all the time?
He probably saw her, you
Right.
know, from afar.
Yeah.
You know, he was looking through binoculars. She didn't see him.
Hey, little sweetheart, don't throw that ashtray at me. That was expensive.
Elvis Presley's former doctor is being investigated for overprescribing drugs. It's about time. Tennessee Board of Medical Examiners has scheduled a hearing on October 13th on the charges against Dr. George Nikopoulos. He's been acquitted of criminal charges of supplying drugs to the King before his death by overdose.
That's the same doctor Enough's Enough uses on tour.
Is that right?
You guys aren't into that stuff. No, seriously, you guys are drug addicts, right?
Not at all.
Come on, be serious.
No, we like to...
Aren't you guys afraid of ending up like Elvis? Seriously. You guys do a lot of stuff, right?
Not that much.
Aren't you guys afraid of ending up like Elvis? Seriously.
Oh, you mean like if you pee a bed, that doesn't count?
That doesn't count.
You wet the bed, Donnie? You got so messed up? Is that right? What happened? Chip, what happened that time?
I didn't like it.
It wasn't what you think. We were not sure who it was. It was...
How many people were in
How many people were in the bed?
Just two.
Who were the two?
What, you guys were sharing a hotel room and you woke up and Donnie woke
It
up?
was just me and Chip.
It was in the yeah, it was Donnie and I were
Me
hanging
and Chip,
out.
and I peed all over him.
Donnie, no wonder you're not getting girls.
I heard about the Madonna thing.
Is that what
no
happened?
problem.
Seriously, you got so messed up one night that you woke up and the bed was wet and you don't even know how it got wet? Is that true? Is that a true
It
story?
wasn't me.
Is that true?
No, that's not it.
Chip?
That's a little off.
Was Madonna jealous when she heard that? Anything else, Robin?
Brandon Tartikoff has written a book. It's called The Last Great Ride. And in the book, he says that the gambler in him might have forced him to pick David Letterman over Jay Leno to succeed Carson as the host of The Tonight Show.
Wow, what an interesting book.
Everybody run out and get that.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
But you guys are glad you came in, huh?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good promotion.
Took a beating.
What is the new album going to be called?
Animals with Human Intelligence.
And when will this come out?
We're going to put it out January 13th.
That's my lucky day, January 13th.
Yeah.
Isn't it, Robin?
Very lucky for you.
Yes. And this album will come out, and this is the title track?
It's the first single.
What is the single going to be called?
Right By Your Side.
Right By Your Side. In other words, it's about a relationship that you had with a girl that I'm right by her side. Is that it?
It's one situation. It could be taken.
Well, what is it about? Seriously, is it about being right by the side of a
Two
woman?
people, yeah, two
Or is it
people.
about you and is it Chip and Donnie being by each other's side like brothers
No,
in the world?
absolutely not.
Is this a love song to Chip, Donnie?
Oh, boy.
Chip, who did you write this for? Did you write this for your wife? Right by your side?
No, actually,
Who was this written for?
it's just nobody in particular. Donnie wrote it, and it was written for really nobody in particular.
Was it about a girl, Donnie?
Just pretty general.
See, who were you thinking about when you wrote
Yeah,
this?
what were you thinking of?
Come on, be honest with us. Come clean. What were you thinking about when you wrote this song? Derek, what did he think about?
How would Derek know?
Oh, that's right. Derek was trying to join that other band at the time he wrote this. Seriously, what were you thinking about?
I don't know. It's just a general.
Don't tell me you don't know.
Love song.
What do you mean a love song? Were you thinking about a particular woman? Were you thinking about Robin?
No
Yeah,
one.
you're sort of
No one in
thinking about-
particular.
sort of thinking
No
about-
one in particular at all, Howard.
Well,
Were you thinking
but
about-
you were
Very
thinking
general.
of a girl in general?
I
Women.
think you were thinking about the relationship between Chip and his wife.
Right.
Honey, I'm only 9 states away and I'm faithful. That's the song I'm writing. No, seriously, who was the girl? Were you in a very deep relationship that you fell in love and if you said to this girl, you professed to her that I'm right by your side and what, things didn't work out?
No, it's pretty general.
All right, okay. Well,
I guess we'll have to listen to the words.
Right.
He's not giving us any hints.
Well,
I'm scared to
obviously,
death.
you guys are tight-lipped. Seriously, you're tight-lipped.
Oh, you killed us.
No, I'm not killing you. I'm asking you what the song is about. I'm trying to get into your music, a little bit into your head.
It's a song about a relationship, two people together, and a real strong, concrete relationship.
You wouldn't know anything.
Fictitious one with no problems.
Chip, how do you know about that? Concrete relationship. Don't you love him and leave him? You guys are good.
Hey, we're a rock and roll station.
Yeah.
Music intensive.
Yeah, dig it. Did you like that? Took everyone by surprise. Yeah, watch this. Yeah. You dug that too, huh? I'm going to play two songs at the same time.
We're crazy.
Excellent. I'm wacky. I dig it. All right, we're getting out of here. Enough's enough.